Hey guys, back for part 3 and some unmolding. So have this beautiful bowl, resin drip bowl I've been calling it. It's gonna get demolded or unmolded. Super excited for y'all to see this one. It is really fun. It is sealed a little bit here at the top, so you'll see I'm struggling just to catch that lip enough to be able to start breaking that seal and getting it pulled apart. You do want to be careful so that you don't start ripping your mold or breaking your mold. So I just kind of find a spot that has a little air pocket. Some people will add a little rubbing alcohol, make a gap. I found that just persistency, as I work around it, I will find a spot and then be able to get movement and be able to start undoing it. And basically, slowly but surely twisting it as I go. This allows me to fold the parts over and try to keep it folding over basically as I go around. Otherwise, if you try to do all one area, you're pulling on your mold and it's going to be working against you. So that's why I do it this way. Slowly but surely getting it undone here and unfolded, unrolled off of it and sealing it. And I can already see some bubbles on here, some little flaws, which in part 4 we will be working to fix those, because every hiccup mistake can be fixed. We just got to get a little bit fancy sometimes with it. Just got to figure out the way. So this is the first time undoing this one, so I'm not as I don't have a particular way that I do it. Like I said, just slowly but surely coming around. I'm coming down each drip so that the mold isn't getting caught, and then also I'm not pulling on those drips. Now this had cured plenty because I had also done, not only had the main part cured, but then we added that next layer in part 2. So really no concern of the resin bending or shifting its shape at this point. And then finally got it. Look how clear you can see reflection in it. It's so clear and shiny. It's so fun the way these colors melted. I don't know what I had a thought for, but maybe didn't come out exactly what I was thinking. But I love the character of it. And when you get close, there was a hole just there. We'll fill that in the next part. Same thing on the bottom. And you can see that hole kind of down on the right hand side. Moving on to our coasters here. So we have our flower coasters. These are going to come out a lot easier. They're also a lot thinner. And so they're still bendable at this point because they've only been curing for about 12 hours. Flipped it over. I personally didn't love this reveal, but it is what it be. These back sides though, which normally would be my back side, came out beautiful. They bloomed up beautifully nice. I like that detail. When I flip it, for me it was kind of a want. Didn't quite do what I was envisioning it to do. So you're going to watch what I do to solve this. I decided we're not going to have coasters. We're going to make these into little trinket bowls. And basically, I'm going to put the pretty side to where the part of the bowl is that you get to see. So I'm going to show you here how I do this. You'll want a couple bowls. These are just the bowls I'm using are a couple from my mom that I had acquired after her health had declined before her passing. And so I enjoy molding around them because it reminds me of her and I like the size and shape. So I'm finding that, yep, this is the one I definitely want to mold around there. It's going to mold. Typically I would use a masking tape, but in this scenario, couldn't find my masking tape. And I know that my daughter had it last and I just could not find it. So I decided I would try the resin tape, but I could tell that it was not going to give me a tight seal. and I really need a tight seal, something that's going to stick and hold to keep that in place while it finishes curing up. Not so tight, obviously, but I decided packing tape, I would roll with it. And basically I take the packing tape and I help it hold the petals down on the bowl. So pulling it tight enough that it's going to hold those petals. So I got 2 petals down, and then basically I work around it to get the rest of the petals down. And I'm kind of going at an angle just to help get parts of it folded in the way that I want it to actually mold around this bowl. So you'll just see me kind of going crisscross, getting around it, fully covering it so that it can form across this actual bowl and create its shape. And if you heard the jingle, that's my puppy dog. He jumped off of where I'm sitting. And so still going over round and round. And feels like I got a pretty good seal. I'm just pushing all those down, pushing the tape down on it. At this point I was kind of hoping, oh my goodness, I hope I didn't just fully package this and now I can't get it off. But oh, spoiler alert, it comes out just fine. So then this next one, I realized that the bowl going on the outside of it would be too big, so it wouldn't give us the look I wanted. So I decided we're going to go inside of it. So it's just a gentle maneuver, getting it centered, gently pressing into the center of it to keep bending those petals and getting the shape that we desire. It's a little bit tricky as it does try to slip around, but again, just slowly giving that pressure so that it can get down in there to mold the shape. You don't want to press too hard. You don't want to force something that isn't going to move because you could crack the resin. These, like I said, were about 12 hours, so they were still rather bendy. They were thin enough too that they were still palatable at this point in the stage. Now I'm putting a little bit of weight on this. So these little containers have crystallizing sand to dry flowers. It's not really sand, but it's a special formula. Just trying to get weight on it to hold it down. Now those sat, mind you, another 12 hours. Now you didn't see that 12 hours in this video, but then here, look at that. It pulled right out of that mold, or that bowl, and now it's rounded. And it looks so cute. And the side that I loved, which happened to be the back side, is the side that we're seeing inside the little trinket bowl. Now here is my fun packing tape, so trying to just get it off gently without having it be stuck everywhere and be a complete mess. This is where I like masking tape a little bit better, but this worked. It worked out in a pinch. Ironically, I bought more masking tape and then found my other roll. That's how it goes. But just peeling that off nice and gently, slow as to not get it all stuck everywhere. Making sure it peels off clean. And it did. Came off really pretty good. I just had to work with it and add it for a little bit. And then voila, we're going to take this off of that bowl so that you can see what a beautiful shape and the coloring on the inside. I just love that. I love how those turned out. Part 4, you'll get to see us finish up these edges. Really get to play with that. You'll also get to see how we finish out that resin bowl. Hope to see you soon. Bye.